Hi, everyone. Thanks again for joining us for another Economic Development in Action Series presentation. Happy to have with me today Eric Burton from the Factor 5 Group to talk about the coordinated leadership, shared essence of place, the wayfinding strategy. Eric, thanks very much for joining us today, and it's exciting to see what's happening over in the Kootenay region where you guys are doing a lot of your work, and appreciate you being able to take the time out of your day to share that great work.
Well, thanks so much for having me. This is an exciting opportunity to share with you. So I'm going to be talking about a wayfinding strategy that we developed, working closely with all the leaders in Crescent Valley Kootenay Lake region. I'm having a little bit of technical challenges going forward there, but there we are. So the strategy we came up with is called the shared essence of place. And we get really excited about getting to the story about that. But I want to also unpack the process of coming to this strategy first. So we started off we're working through the Economic Action Partnership in Crescent Valley Kootenay Lake. It's the town of Creston, areas A, B, and C of the regional district of Central Kootenay. Yakanuki, the Lower Kootenay Band, and Kootenay Employment Services are key partners as well. And we're implementing an economic development strategy that was built back in 2018 called Stronger Together. And it's all about trying to unite people around shared priorities. And one of the things that was identified in that strategy was wayfinding and the importance of being able to move forward with wayfinding in the region. So we set out to build a plan, and I'll tell you, by the time we got to the end, there was one really important insight that really just changed the way we looked at the work that we had done, and it helped set a new course for the future of wayfinding in the region. But before I get on, we're going to talk about the detailed research and analysis that was completed that led to a unifying strategy, and in the process, the local capacity that was built up. But that key insight that really shifted the way that we looked at wayfinding was that Crescent Valley Kootenay Lake covers an expanse of land where the Tanaha have lived since time immemorial. The arrival of settlers in the valley and along the shore of Kootenay Lake disrupted their sovereignty and forever changed their wayfinding systems. So this strategy is an opportunity to forge a shared regional vision of a wayfinding system that connects travelers with the essence of place and people. And, like one key insight is that the Yakanuki actually means where the rock stands, right? So their name was deeply connected with wayfinding systems. And so we were able to uncover this and start to unpack, well, what does this mean for the region going forward? And how can we use this as a uniting force, so that we can really bring to life that vision of economic development as being something that happens when you're stronger together. So now to back up, some of the groundwork that led us to here was deep research, and it was done. I want to give a shout out to Jesse Wilcom with the Crescent Valley Tourism Society. Jesse's been really active in the tourism space for years. And so he was the perfect person to be working on this project. Aaron Gregory, our Community Economic Development Coordinator, rolled up his sleeves. They worked together. They went out, they pounded the pavement, they took pictures all over to do a very detailed assessment of directional signage across the region. We also put together an inventory of regional assets to really understand where are people going, where are people trying to find their way to across the region. Then we took a step back and looked at what best practices we could find across the region, across the province, and across the country, and be able to draw some leading insights and leading practices that could be applied to wayfinding going forward. But not only is wayfinding about finding your way on the road to where you're going, it's also about how you navigate the digital space. And so we did an assessment of online resources to be able to make sure that we understood whether travelers were able to find where they were wanted to go and then make their way there. And then we wrap this all up into a full assessment that becomes an inventory, it becomes a valuable asset of information for the region. But we are also then able to provide very specific recommendations to every stakeholder within the Economic Action Partnership so that they can take concrete steps to move forward with their wayfinding capacity. But then it was time to say, okay, well, here is a whole series of recommendations for a wide range of different stakeholders. How are we going to organize this in a uniting way so that the region is working closely together? And we came up with this strategy, again, based on that important insight, that it's an opportunity to practice reconciliation, to really change the way that the region sees itself and is able to work together. So the strategy is to lead the incremental enhancement of wayfinding resources to build regional momentum and unity around a shared brand that reflects the principles of reconciliation. So to unpack that, the first piece is the incremental enhancement, right? So we did the research, we did the analysis, we're providing clear recommendations on how people can start to move forward. In being able to get some quick wins, we'll be able to build that momentum while we have a longer conversation that takes time. This is building a regional partnership and practicing reconciliation and moving forward together isn't something that happens on a tight timeline. It needs to be built on trust, and that needs time. So being able to have both the quick wins moving forward while having this conversation about how the region works together to build a brand that truly reflects those principles of reconciliation. So in sum, we were able to build a unifying vision for the region. Most importantly, we were able to put use reconciliation as the strategic lens through which we looked at wayfinding challenges and opportunities, and build a tactical plan that supported every stakeholder in moving things forward immediately, while also having a path for them to work together as a united region so that they're stronger together. Thanks so much for the opportunity to share this, and look forward to all the great presentations that other people are sharing and the insights that they include.
Great, thanks very much, Eric, for a great presentation. And I happen to be a huge fan of wayfinding, and I think we need more of it. We really sometimes don't even know what we have for assets in our backyard. So I think it's great that the project that you've led up there, and congratulations on a great initiative. So, and to the community as well. All right.